Hey, welcome back. My name is Alex. I'm a freelance videographer and filmmaker, and today we are taking a look at ATEEZ The Real. As always, I read the lyrics, but I did not listen to the song quite yet. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I also have shirts just like these in the description below. A lot of you were saying that this is like a really, really good representation of ATEEZ, so I'm excited. That's nice. The sign says ATEEZ. The lightning. It's gonna be good. This is really, really upbeat. Bunch of nice fast cuts. Okay, this opening shot is beautiful. That does not look like the high schools that I'm used to though. My high school was on a campus, but this is like two separate buildings. I don't know. Everything about this is just framing him very nicely, like actually creating frames around him with the leading lines of the building, even the edges of the building with the top of this sign. Like there's a literal frame. And then all of their individual shots look really good. The lighting here is nice and dramatic. If you look on his face, like you're seeing mostly shadow. And that's because for whatever reason, we put the camera on the shadow side a lot. It makes it look really good. And you guys already know how I feel about backlights. Ooh, that looks really cool. I like how that looks. I have the feeling that there's gonna be a lot of symmetry in this video. What are these scrolls saying? I just love the contrast between all of the white and then the blue in their robes. Ooh. Yes. Yes. That looks so good. It looks so good. Ooh, okay, so I've been noticing this a lot in horror movies. I feel like I reference horror movies all the time, but I love horror movies. And that is like subverting expectation. So you go to watch a horror movie and you're expecting to get scared. And when you don't, you have that sigh of relief. And then they hit you with the scary part. So they basically did that. You could hear the drop coming and the intensity rising and rising and rising. And then they just let you breathe for a couple seconds. And boom, there's the drop. Let me just go to this hallway scene real quick because wow, look at the nice dramatic lighting. It's all being backlit from these two windows here. And there is so much haze inside of the room, like an overwhelming amount of haze. So it gives it that nice dreamy look. Very, very stylized, very, very pretty. Yes, very pretty. I like his hair. All of the cuts get all fast to keep up with the music. Ooh, the zooms. Yes. The transitions, like they're not hard transitions. They're keeping the same momentum and the same flow of the camera. So it's basically a match cut, but it's not like a match cut. It does help everything flow together very smoothly. I like the style here. All of like the zooms, like that. That was very anime. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Oh, his earring is so interesting. There's like nothing crazy going on. It's just the sky, the clouds. The clouds help a lot. The clouds add that texture. They add like depth. They also add diffusion, which is very important when filming outside. So they probably had like a bounce, which is like this giant white piece that you reflect the light onto to help fill in the shadows here. You could see his chin, how bright his chin is. That's because all of this light is getting bounced back right there. But it looks so good. They got the promise filter. He has bread? I guess that makes sense with the doves? Hold on. What? Whoa. What's up with the doves? This is really cool. This looks like a poster, like a movie poster or something. That's really cool. Ooh, fire. Oh. Are they just all gonna dance? Yeah. The big giant dance scene. You notice how shaky the camera is? Or was, I guess. Like everything is going crazy. They got smoke, they got stuff coming down, they have the papers on the ground. There's a lot of like depth that went into that scene. Are we just gonna ignore the bat though? With the red and then the blue, it's a nice way to like mix up the scene and it makes them stand out so much more. Ooh, they have a lot of these like real wide shots. What is going on? Whoa, that was intense. What? Okay. Is it CGI? I can't tell if it's CGI or if they just filmed a baseball spinning like that. Look, this is cool. They're using the same couple of frames, just going back and forth to make it look like the ball's like spinning really, really fast. It does look a little weird because there's no like shadows around the fingers and below the thumb, but I guess that depends on like where he stopped the ball. If he stopped it here versus like over here. But look at how perfect the lighting is throughout this entire video, but this is such a good shot to demonstrate it. All of the colors, like you can see everything. There's like full dynamic range, which means how much detail you can see in the shadows versus how much detail you can see in the highlights. If we go to like some of the darkest parts, like their suits or over here, there's still detail there, even his hair. And then the brighter parts, like the clouds, like you can tell the detail in some of the clouds. Like it's ridiculous. The colors look so amazing. It just is so perfectly exposed and it looks so good. It literally looks like a movie. Same thing with like, well, all of the shots, but this one, the next shot over here, just wow. Like it visually is amazing. Like this video is really good. I like it. Like that, like, oh my God. Yes. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Ooh. There's too much. I could be breaking this down for half an hour. You get all of these nice like rumbles, like the camera just like shakes. It just like feels so powerful. That mixed with all of the dust coming below them, like it just, you could feel it. I want to point out this. We know how much I like my haze, and that's because you can really see the light beams. Like this is like a very distinct light beam and it looks amazing here. Oh, it looks so good. The lens flares. Wow. They do a really good job at just like having you feel the intensity. They're fighting over a book. So is it 4 like different schools fighting over the book? Is that what it's supposed to be? Or is it just 2 schools? That was a nice transition. What is he doing? Oh, so it's 2 schools. Ooh. Some nice speed ramps with the slow motion. Yes, like I said before, they have these nice big grand scenes with the wide angle. So what they're doing is they have a wide angle lens and they have the camera low to the ground pointed up. When you're pointed up, it makes things look larger than life and like really big and grand. Whatever that is, if it's confetti, like that looks amazing. Yes, all of the colors, they're like in between the 2 buildings, so it adds a whole bunch of like depth. Oh, the slow motion is such a big contrast to the rest of the buildups where we had all these super fast cuts. Wow. That was a really good video. The baseball scene was really cool, and I think that would be like a really interesting shot to try to recreate. If you like the shirts that I've been wearing, definitely check the link in the description below. I have a whole bunch of new designs. I want to give a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, specifically Charity, Jemmy, Kimberly, Lisa, Lucas, Melissa, Miss Hajo, and Victoria. If you like ATEEZ and you want me to react to more of them, go ahead and subscribe, and all right.